Unsolved mysteries that'll give you goosebumps. Sometimes you hear of a mystery so sinister and unexplainable that it sends a shiver down your spine. But much like when you drive past a car crash and can't help but look, we're drawn again to stories like this. If you've got a fascination for things creepy, gruesome, or just straight up mysterious, then we've got a treat for you. Just don't go blaming us if you have nightmares. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann. Unless you were living under a rock in 2007, you would have heard about Madeleine McCann. Madeleine and her family were on vacation in Praia da Luz, Portugal, in 2007, when tragedy struck. While Madeleine's parents were dining in their villa's restaurant, Madeleine, then just shy of 4 years old, was sleeping in their hotel room. When her parents returned, there was no trace of Madeleine, and investigators have been trying to track her down ever since. The assassination of the Swedish Prime Minister. On February 28, 1986, Olof Palme dismissed his bodyguards for the night and went to the cinema with his wife, Lisbeth, where they met his son and his girlfriend. They parted ways after the film and made their separate ways home, although Olof would never make it. At 11:21 p.m. on the busiest road in Sweden, a tall stranger surprised Olof and Lisbeth from behind, shooting them at point-blank range. While many suspects were arrested over the years, a culprit was never found. The disappearance of the Beaumont children. The sleepy city of Adelaide, Australia, was sent into a fever on January 26, 1966. The 3 Beaumont children, Jane, age 9, Arna, age 7, and Grant, age 4, took the bus to Glenelg Beach, where they were to spend a few hours before returning home. The children were seen playing at the beach with an unknown man and were never seen again. Who was this strange man with whom the children were seen playing so comfortably? He, too, disappeared for good. The Cape Intruder. Residents of Cape Elizabeth, a peaceful town in Maine, USA, will never forget the creeping sensation they felt when they went to sleep at night at the end of 2005 for fear they would be visited by a man dubbed the Cape Intruder. Victims of the Cape Intruder would wake up to find him looming over their beds. He didn't break or steal anything but stood over them and watched them while they slept. No one was attacked nor touched, as far as they know. Despite several suspects being interviewed, no one was ever found. And as quickly as he came, the Cape Intruder disappeared. The Axeman of New Orleans. From May 1918 to October 1919, terror gripped the streets of New Orleans, Louisiana, USA. The Axeman, as he soon became known, broke into at least 12 homes and murdered the residents with their own axe in cold blood. On March 13, 1919, the Axeman penned a letter to be published in the newspapers, where he mentioned his fondness for jazz and declared that he wouldn't attack any homes playing jazz music. The city was full of music that night, and no one had lost their life. The Axeman's last victim was on October 27, 1919, and then he disappeared without a trace. The D.B. Cooper hijacking. Let's take a break for a moment and look at a case that, while not quite as spooky, is undoubtedly mysterious. On November 24, 1971, a man of average appearance calling himself Dan Cooper bought a one-way flight from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington. Once in the air, Cooper informed the stewardess that he had a bomb and was holding the plane hostage. When the plane landed, he exchanged the passengers for $200,000 and 4 parachutes and ordered the plane to take off toward Mexico. Shortly afterward, he jumped out of the back of the aircraft and was never seen or heard from again. Thanks for watching.